Andariki namaskaramulu. Today we are going to have a webinar from our patron and also the advisor to our course, Sanatana Dharma, Swamini ji. She's been taking the series of webinars. I have introduced her to you. Today's topic will be relativity of Dharma and the importance of following Dharma. We will start the session with Vande Mataram, and then we'll do chant prarthana. After that, we will request her to continue. So let us request Saugandhi ji to recite Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Shitalam Sasya Shamalam Mataram Vande Mataram Shubhra Jyotsna Pulakitayamini Pulla Kusumita Drumadhala Shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి సుగంధి గారు. Now I will request Satyaji to chant prarthana.
Namaskaram. Let's do meditation for a minute. Gananam tva ganapatigum havamahe kavim kavinam upamashravastamam jeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspata anasrunvannotibhisida sadanam. Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhir Vajinivati Dhinam Avityavatu. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Gurureva Gati Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave. Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroh Matirasti Gurau Mama Pahi Guru. Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatika Krutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kruto Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।
ధన్యవాదములండి సత్య గారు. Now let us request Swamini ji to continue her webinar.
Om Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om. Om Shanna Mitra Shamvarunah Shanna Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi Shanna Vishnurukramah Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि हृदं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम नमस्ते to all. Hari Om. So today is a third webinar of topic Dharma. So today we have two topics: relativity of Dharma and importance of Dharma. Any Dharma, what we call, it is relative. Relative sapeksha. We need to understand that this relativity is not something which is discovered by Western. We know this. The entire creation is relative. And Dharma is a part of the creation, so Dharma also is relative. There is no absolute Dharma, understand. When we say Satyam Vada, there is no absolute Satya. In Bhagavad Gita, there are 3 types of tapasya is given by Bhagavan, 17th chapter. Shariram tapaha, Vangmayam tapaha, Manasam tapaha. In Vangmayam tapa, Bhagavan says, Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyam hitam cha yata. What is the tapasya? Austerity of speech. The first one is Anudvega karam vakyam. The speech, the warning. What you speak should be what? Anudvega karam. Should not perturb somebody, disturb somebody, or create some kind of the confusion in somebody's mind. At the same time, it has to be satyam. Anudvega karam means ahimsa, understand? Not hurting somebody. So that means satya is being limited by ahimsa, and ahimsa is limited by satya. Understand this. If it is satya, but if it is udvega karma, it disturbs somebody, it hurts somebody, then it's no more satya. Satyam priyam. Therefore, there is a sentence also, the reverse also is there. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, satyam api apriyam ma bruyat. May you speak satya. But if it is apriya, for the listener, it is not something which is good, which is pleasing for him or her, then we should not speak that satya. Not only that, priyamapi andrutam ma bruyat. Eshaha dharma sanatan. This is sanatan dharma, understand. It is sanatan dharma, but satya is not sanatan. Satya is relative. Same way, if it is a priya, but if it is not truth, we should not speak. And therefore, what is satya? Look at this. If I know what I know, that doesn't mean it is satya. It has to be priya. Not only that, satyam priyam hitancha yat. Hitam. It should be something which is useful, which is auspicious for that person. If it is of no use for that person, we don't need to speak. So satya is limited by ahimsa, by priya, by hitam. I add one more thing, mitam. Mitam means measured. In Mundaka Upanishad it says, if you want to gain Brahma Vidya, anya vacha vimunchata. You give up all other kinds of the speaking, all other kind of the Vani, except Ishvara and Brahman. So that's why Satya, what we understand, is not Satya. So Shankaracharya gives definition of Satya. What is the Satya Vachanam? Yad drishtam, yad shrutam, yad anubhutam, tad eva anya buddhi sankramanam satyam. Whatever you have seen, whatever you have heard, whatever you have experienced, the same thing, if you can transfer that to another buddhi, then it is satya. See, in childhood, we all have played this game. You know, we sit in the circle, 10, 15 people. Even in the family picnic also, we do this kind of the game. Or we sit in the circle. And then one person tells one sentence in the ears of the next person. The next person has to tell the same thing to the next person. Same way, the whole thing will go on circle and come back to the person who has started. We all know this. What will happen? What this person said and what comes back after 10 people is something different. Do you understand? That means what? What is being heard exactly is not being transferred or understood by that person. And what he again transferred that to another person. And therefore, what we see, what we hear, what we experience, same thing should be transferred to another buddhi. See, therefore, in India, it's very common for us. Whenever we say something, you know, all chaat masala will be added in that. We never speak truth. Understand this. Truth means what you have heard, exactly what you say, then it is Satya. We all know the story of Yudhishthira and Dronacharya. There was no way Arjun could have killed Dronacharya. And Lord Krishna also knew this. And he played a game with this. We all know this story, Ashwatthama. So, Lord Krishna told Yudhishthira, you speak, Ashwatthama hataha. Yudhishthira said, no, I want to say that. Because Ashwatthama is alive, he is not killed. So Yudhishthira refused. He said, no. See, Arjun also was a devotee of Krishna. Yudhishthira also was devotee of Krishna. Bhim also was devotee of Krishna. I like the devotion of Krishna, Bhim, understand? Amazing. He never questioned Bhagwan. Bhagwan said, do this, done. No question. Bhagwan knew this. So Bhagwan told Bhima, Bhim, you killed that Ashwatthama. No, that Ashwatthama was what? Gaja, understand? Hathi, elephant. Bhim didn't ask any question, what is the purpose, why he is telling, nothing. He never questioned Bhagwan. See, that is what he surrendered. That is how he surrendered himself to Bhagwan. So he went there and he killed that elephant named Ashwatthama. And then Bhagwan said, okay, Yudhishthira, now say Ashwatthama hadaha. Yudhishthira knew this, that this is not Satya. So he said, no, I won't say. Bhagwan said, Ashwatthama is killed. You say Ashwatthama ihata. He said, no, I won't do that. Ashwatthama, see, Yudhishthira knew what was the purpose of Bhagwan. So Bhagwan said, okay, you say Ashwatthama hata, then whatever else you want to say, you say, no problem. Now Bhagwan again said to Bhim, as soon as Yudhishthira say Ashwatthama hataha, you take your conch in your hand, you blow the conch. As soon as he said Ashwatthama hataha. And as soon as Yudhishthira completed his sentence Ashwatthama hataha, Bhima blew his conch. Mahashankha, understand? Huge conch he had. Then Yudhishthira said what? Narova, Kunjarova, understand this. Whether it is a human being or elephant. Understand? Now what happened? Look at this. Dronacharya heard Ashwatthama hata. Everybody heard Ashwatthama hata. Look at this another thing. Dronacharya never trusted Krishna. He trusted Yudhishthira. So when Yudhishthira said Ashwatthama hataha, Dronacharya accepted that sentence and he threw all his weapons. And then Bhagwan asked Arjuna, okay, now you kill Dronacharya. So look at this sentence, Ashwatthama hataha. According to the knowledge of Yudhishthira is what? Ashwatthama hasti hataha. So in his brain, his knowledge was what? The elephant named Ashwatthama is killed. But what is transferred to Dronacharya is what? He understood that my son Ashwathama is killed. And this is the weakness of Dronacharya. Putre pushte aham pushtaha, putre nashte aham nashtaha. That is his weakness. And as soon as he heard that Ashwathama, and through the mouth of Yudhishthir, when he heard that Ashwathama is killed, it's all over. But what Yudhishthira said, can we say it is a truth? Dronacharya took it as a truth. But Yudhishthira knew that it is not truth. Because what is in his understanding was that elephant was killed. And what is understood by Dronacharya is that my son is killed. Therefore, what Yudhishthira said was not Satya. Understand? Though he said Ashwathama Hataha, but what is being transferred to Dronacharya Buddhi was not clear. And therefore, it was untruth. This is called relativity, understand? Satya is limiting ahimsa, and ahimsa is limiting satya. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat. Therefore, truth is limited by ahimsa, priya, and hitam. Understand? And I always say mitam. That means what? Whatever knowledge you have, how much you can speak only 25%. Even though you have a knowledge which is true, which is satya. But your speech is being limited. That means out of your knowledge, satya, whatever your knowledge is, only 25% you can talk. And that is a tapashcharya, understand? I'm not telling, Bhagavan is telling. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayata. That means satya is limited. Ahimsa also is limited. That is what Arjuna understood in Gita. Swajanam hi katham hatva sukhinah syamam. Bhagavan, why should I kill all these people? So he thought this is hinsa. Bhagavan said this is not hinsa. Swadharmam cha avekshya. Arjun, looking at your swadharma, this is not hinsa. Do you understand what I'm telling? Ahimsa also is limited. And therefore, we need to understand the relativity of dharma. Every dharma is relative. It is relative. It is limited by few factors. Some I will tell you. First is, as I said, anudvegakaram, priyam, hitam. Look at this. That means dharma is what? Limited by place, desha, what we call. Limited by time, limited by situations, limited by varna, limited by ashram. See, what is a dharma for Arjuna cannot be the dharma for Dronacharya. Dronacharya is not supposed to fight because he is Brahmana. So for Arjuna to fight is not hinsa. But for Brahmana, it is hinsa. Varna, ashrama, desha, kala. I'm sure Some of you must have visited Badrinarayan, Kedarnath. In Badrinarayan, the original that Badrinarayan, if you want to have darshan of Badrinarayan, it is a Vishnu Bhagwan, Chaturbhuj Vishnu Bhagwan sitting in this sitting posture is there. And then Shankha Chakra is there. Only in the morning puja we can see that it is a Shaligram. But that Shaligrama can be seen only when there is a Abhishekam going on in the morning. The rest of the time what we see is the Shaligrama is covered with the Chandanam, with saffron. And then lot of flower decorations. Suppose you get the ticket for going for the morning puja, Abhisheka. That is morning 3 o'clock in Badrinath. Now morning 3 o'clock you have to go there to the temple. That means you have to get up at 2 a.m. And then you take bath and you get ready. Then you get the clothes. In Badrinarayan, you can't take bath, understand? It's minus temperature there. There's no heating system. What we have to do? The way you take bath here, you can't take that. There is a hot water also is what hot. In a minute, it's cold. Therefore, snanam there will be what? You just dip your towel or napkin in that hot water and just rub it on your body. That's it. Sponge. And then take clothes, wear clothes. Now, according to all our achara, we cannot wear something which is already you have wore last day. Now you have a sweater, you have shawl, you have a cap. You cannot get the new washed warm clothes. The warm clothes, what you wore yesterday, same thing you have to wear now. But here you can't do that. You have to have a washed clothes before going to the temple. But there it's fine. Of course, there is Ashtasnanam also is there in our Shastra. You know, Jalasnanam, Bhashmasnanam, Mantrasnanam. So according to the Desha, Kala, we have to change the customs. And therefore, all dharma is relative. To save himself, Yudhishthira said, Narova, Kunjarava, understand, but that doesn't save him. No way. Why? Because as I said, Yad anubhutam tadeva anya buddhi sankramana. What he understood that elephant Ashwathama is killed. The same thing is not transferred to Dronacharya Buddhi. Understand? Whether he said Narova Kunjarava doesn't mean anything. What is understood by Dronacharya is important. And therefore, that relativity we have to understand. Satya is relative, adharma, ahimsa also is relative. Ahimsa paramo dharma we say. Himsa also is a dharma, understand. If Hinsa is not dharma, then whole Mahabharata Yuddha will become what? Adharma. It's not adharma. And therefore, in our life, we have to be very, very careful that what we speak, what we do, how we behave, what is our manners. Every place, all these certain customs, certain manners are different. It's relative, understand? And therefore, last time I said in Taittiriya Upanishad, dharmanna pramaditavyam, kushalanna pramadi. This is where the kushal, the expertise comes. Yoga karmasu kaushalam, when Bhagavan says that kaushal, the expertise, is what? How you decide what is dharma, what is adharma. See, Yudhishthir also knew that what he did is adharma. Though he said Narova Kunjarava, he knew this is adharma. And therefore, every second, every moment of our life, we have to decide what is dharma and what is adharma. Because according to the person, varna, ashrama, dharma can become adharma and adharma can become dharma. And therefore, kushalanna pramaditavyam. We have to have that skill, understand, to decide what is right and what is wrong. There's a very nice one story is there. When Mahatma was living in Aranya, doing his tapasya, and having small hut for himself. So one day he was just sitting there outside in the evening. One cow came there. She was so frightened and she was breathing, deep breathing was going on, fast breathing was there, and she was so frightened. Her eyes were telling that she's, somebody is chasing that cow. So this Mahatma understood that somebody is behind this cow to kill. So he got up and then he put his hand and he took cow inside his mud, that small hut, and he covered with vastra. He came out and sat quietly, doing meditation. That fellow came here, the butcher. He asked, "Where is cow? Did you see cow?" Mahatma didn't answer. Again he asked. He didn't answer. No, third time when he asked, he put his sword on the neck of this Mahatma. "Tell me, where is cow?" Look at this. Now what to do? If he doesn't say, he will be killed. If he says cow is inside, that is also adharma. Now what to do? This is Kusalam of Mahatma, understand. This sentence, very nice sentence. So he opened his eyes and looked at that fellow. And fourth time when this fellow asked, he said this sentence. I will tell in Hindi. This Hindi is very nice. जो देखती है वो बोलती नहीं है, जो बोलती है वो देखती नहीं है. The one which sees can't speak, and the one which speaks can't see. He went on repeating this sentence. जो बोलती है वो देखती नहीं, जो देखती है वो बोलती नहीं, जो बोलती है वो देखती नहीं, जो देखती नहीं वो. That fellow got confused. He thought this fellow is mad, this Mahatma is mad, he doesn't understand anything. He left. Now look at this sentence. Do you understand what it is? Anybody understood? जो देखती है वो बोलती नहीं, जो बोलती है वो देखती नहीं. The one which sees can't speak, the one which speaks can't see. He saved himself and he saved cow. This is called kushalam. And therefore, we have to be very careful in our life, what we do, what we speak, what we eat, how we see, how we speak, the tone of speaking. Same sentence, but if our tone is different, it can be hurting. Bring water. Bring water here. Change. So our tone of speaking, our expressions of our eyes, our mouth, our hands. So dharma is not that easy. Dharma purushartha, if we take it lightly, there is no way we can take it lightly. It's relative. And therefore in Taittiriya Upanishad it says, karma vichikitsa syat. If you have a doubt about this, what is dharma and what is adharma? Yete tatra brahmanaha vivarshinaha. You consult Brahmana, the expert people, then what is dharma and what is adharma? Suppose in the conduct you have any question, then you follow what they do. Shishtachar, what we call. And therefore, we need to have a very clear understanding of what is dharma and what is adharma. Because between dharma and adharma, there is only hairline difference. At one point, what is dharma can be adharma too. It can be adharma. If it's hurting, it can be adharma. Same thing happened. Dronacharya was hurt. It was hinsa. Though it was satya from the standpoint of Krishna, but from the standpoint of Yudhishthira, he knew this is hinsa. And so, in our life, our day-to-day life, we have to understand the relativity of dharma. There is no absolute dharma. Every day, according to the day, according to the vrata, according to, like now is Chaitra Navratri is there. So vrata, it's all relative. So, though we know what is dharma and adharma, we have to be very careful in our life to follow dharma. Now, what is importance of dharma? Lot of people nowadays, lot of youngsters, even not youngsters, retired people. Why should I follow all this? Let me do what I want to. People don't have the understanding of Purushartha, Dharma Purushartha. At the same time, they don't have the importance of Dharma in human life. Without Dharma, there is no human life. Understand? Externally, you can gain so many things in your life. Within the limit of Dharma, whatever you can earn, whatever you want to enjoy, you can do it. There is nothing wrong in that. Within the limit of Artha and within the limit of Dharma, you can have Artha and Kama as much you want. We don't have any problem. But at the same time, we need to limit ourselves with Dharma. If I don't follow Dharma, if I transgress Dharma, maybe by telling one lie, a businessman can earn 10 lakhs. So we all know what is the importance of money in our life. I always tell, money is a necessary devil. Understand? You can't live without money. At the same time, to earn money is not that easy. Especially in Kali Yuga, earning money is extremely difficult. Kalo kalusha chittana, papa, understand? So, what we earn, That has to be according to Dharma. Papa dravya upajivina. In Kali Yuga, the biggest problem is Papa dravya, understand? The money, the wealth, what you earn, needs to be within the limit of Dharma, but it's difficult. So, while earning also, there are certain places, certain time, we transgress Dharma. And because it's necessary, some people take it very lightly, but don't take it lightly, understand? There is no way you can escape from this. But keep this external earning. By money, you can have more enjoyments, name, fame, comforts, Ferrari, BMW, whatever. With external achievements. But keep all these external achievements aside. Let us see. From the standpoint of a person, a human being, what is the importance of Dharma? We already saw last time. The person who is lying knows that I am, before even he speaks, he knows that I am going to lie. The person who is cheating in the business, before even he does that job, that work, that action, he knew I am doing this. He knows that I am cheating. Look at that. That means the person himself, herself knows that I am transgressing Dharma. Whether it is a stealing, it is a cheating, lying, hurting, whatever. So, in our personality, if we say, when we are transacting, our transactions in this world, there is a personality of action, there is a personality of mind, emotions, there is a personality of thinking. So thinking is there, which are mind, and the speech also is there. And action. Vichar, Vani, and Vartan. Action, speech, and thinking. Now look at this. A person who is transgressing Dharma, he knows that I'm doing this. That means what? The knowledge of Dharma is inbuilt in every human being. And therefore, when somebody is lying, the speech, or somebody is hurting somebody, action, what happens? The thinking personality, the speaking personality, and the acting personality. Look at this. They're different. That means within the personality of the person, there is a division. In the language of psychology, it's called split. There is a split in his or her personality. What I know and what I speak, if it's different, That means what? Between knowledge and the speech or action, there is something which turns that satya into asatya. What is that? We have to understand this properly. How much you earn or how much name you have, what we do, what we understand. It's different. But look at our own personality. The thinking personality is one, and the speaking personality is completely opposite to it. That means there is a split in the personality. That means you don't follow the buddhi. Then to whom you are following? Do you understand? That's why I bring the mind. See, this is what Arjun asked the question in 3rd chapter, at the end of the 3rd chapter. Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha. Anichannapi varshneya baladeva niyojes. Bhagavan, what is that which impels person to go against dharma? Papa means against dharma. Anichan means he knew that what I'm going to say is wrong, but he does that. Anichan. Understand? So what is that? Which impels you, which pressurize you to say something which is against your knowledge. And that is called, Bhagavan said what? Kamaeshaha, Krodeshaha, Rajoguna, Samudbhavaha. Mahashano, Mahapapma, Vidyenam hi Vairinam. Look at this. Arjun, it is a kama, desire. It is anger. He didn't say dual, understand? No. Kama eshaha, krodha esha. It is the same desire which is being converted into the krodha, anger, which is born of Rajoguna. And it is what? Vairinam. It is your enemy, understand? Vairi means ahitakara, that which is not really doing good for you. Mahashana. This kamaha is what? Mahashana. Ashana means what? Fire. It's a big fire. Desire is like a big fire. Why? Mahapapma. It is a Mahan Papa. Desire itself is a Papa. Understand this. Why Mahashana? Whatever you add into the fire, it burns. So, same with the desire also is like. Najatu kama kamanam upabhogena sham. As many desire you want to fulfill, you fulfill. But you cannot you do not have an end of desire. Vardhate, it keeps on increasing. Krutsna Vartma El. This beautiful name for Agni. Krutsna Vartma means path. The path of fire is black. Understand? It keeps on increasing. As much you fulfill your desire, it keeps on increasing. It multiplies. So this is a problem. You can't be without fulfilling desire. And if you fulfill, it increases. Understand? And therefore, what is the desire? Kama. The desire is two types of desire. Raga, Dvesha. What is raga? Two types of raga. Raga, likes, Dvesha, dislikes. Likes also two types. I want to keep something and I want to achieve something. That is likes. Dvesha, dislikes also two. I want to get rid of something. I want to avoid something. Understand? And this raga, dvesha, Bhagavan says further. Indriyani manobuddhi asya adhisthana uchyate. So between this thinking person and the speaking and acting person, this mind is there. So the knowledge is correct, but it is being filtered by mind. And therefore, if I don't follow Dharma, there is a split in my personality. That means I don't listen to my buddhi. My buddhi is what? Nishchayatmika antakarana vrittihi buddhi. Shankaracharya gives definition in Tattvabodh. The decisive faculty is called buddhi. Now, if the person is not following Dharma, that means he is not listening to his or her own buddhi, his or her own knowledge. So if I don't listen to my buddhi, that means I cannot take any decision in my life properly because I'm not listening to my buddhi. That means by not following Dharma, person is splitting himself or herself. So every time I transgress Dharma, I split myself. Look at this. That means externally I can achieve a lot of things by Dharma, but I lose myself. I lose my capacity to take decision. I don't trust my own decision. I trust my raga dvesha, my mana, mind, my emotions. You know. And therefore, before Arjuna asked, Bhagavan already said this. Indriyani indriyarthebhyah raga dvesho vyavasthit. Arjuna, nobody is free from raga dvesha. Understand? Even wise person also is having a raga dvesha. But what is the difference between wise person and ignorant? Tayoho vasham na agaccha. Don't come under the spell of raga dvesha. The person who doesn't fall for raga dvesha can follow Dharma. If you fall for your raga dvesha, there is a chance for you to transgress Dharma. But by doing that, you are losing yourself. You are losing your faculty of taking decision. Understand? Second thing. Suppose I'm going to the market, and as I'm walking, somebody calls me, she is a liar. In front of everybody, the person is pointing at me and telling me, she is a liar. I know her. How do I feel? Understand? It's an insult. It's insult in front of everybody. He's telling me liar. So I feel insulted. Isn't it? Anybody can feel the insult. He told me liar. He told me cheater. Look at this. So if somebody tells you a liar, it's hurting. It's insult. But as I said before even person lies, person knows I'm going to lie. That means what? He knows that I am a liar. Am I correct? And if he knows I am a liar, what kind of the self-respect that person would have? How much the person will have self-respect? That means every time I transgress Dharma, I lose respect for myself, self-respect, self-esteem, what we call. Understand? Therefore, following Dharma is very important for us. To have self-respect, to have a yukta. Bhagavan used the word yukta. Sayukta sasukhi nara. What is a yukta? Yukta means together. Then that means there is no split in his personality. What he thinks, he loves, he speaks, he does. All aligned. Yukta. There is an alignment in his personality. There is no split in his personality. And therefore, by following Dharma, we are yukta, together, aligned. Buddhi, manaha, vani, action, karma are all in alignment. That is called sadhu, understand? Sadhu means yukta, nothing to hide. Nothing, there is no importance to lie. Understand? That's called sadhu. And also, we don't lose the self-respect. Look at ourselves. This is everybody's problem, understand? It's not one person or two person. Understand? We all go through this. It's not something which we don't go through this. Understand? See, we decided, okay, from tomorrow morning, I'm to get up at 5. Okay. Just hold on for a second. Hello, Vinod bhai. हाँ, હું એક વેબિનારમાં છું, હું તમને 5:30 હું ફ્રી થઈ જઈશ વેબિનારમાંથી. પણ હા, કેવી રીતે હું આવું? તમે લેવા આવો? હા, ભલે. ઓકે, ઓકે. મારી વાત સાંભળો. I am in webinar till 5:30. Then I will call you. I have to go to somewhere else. Okay, sorry. So, when this split, understand the respect, what we have, we need to have the self-respect. We need to have the respect for our own decision. See, last time already I discussed this, that consultants, we consult others all the time. That means we depend on others' decision. That dependency is there. And this is everybody's experience. I want to get up at 5. Then what? We put the alarm. Alarm follows what you have set. Exactly at 5 a.m., it starts. What do you do? This is common to all, understand. You put it down and go to sleep again. Means what? Which Swamini used to tell us, there are 2 times in the morning. Waking up and getting up. You wake up at 5 a.m., understand, but you don't get up. Why? It's your own decision to get up at 5. But when it is 5 a.m., you don't get up. You wake up, but you don't get up. That means you yourself is not respecting your own decision. Because the decision taking faculty is buddhi. But getting up faculty is mind, understand. It doesn't follow buddhi. Therefore, all these things are very important. If we want to have a very simple life, want to have a self-respect, want to take a decision and follow the decision. Understand? Dharma is important. If we follow Dharma, then all these problems are gone. That is what Arjuna has to understand. Anichinnapi Vashneya. Why this fellow is going against Dharma? Ragadvesha. Whole psychology is nothing but Ragadvesha, understand? There is nothing wrong in Ragadvesha. Ragadvesha is Ishvara. Understand? Kama is Ishvara. Dharma aviruddha kamosmi bharatarshava. Now understand this sentence? The kama, the desire which is not forcing you to transgress dharma. Dharma aviruddha. That is Ishvara. The desire, the kama which pressurize you to transgress dharma is not Ishvara. Desire is Ishvara, it is Lakshmi, understand. But if you come under the spell of Raga Dvesha, then there is no more Ishvara. That means by not following Dharma, I'm going against Ishvara. Ishvara is in the form of Dharma. When entire creation is Ishvara, Dharma also is Ishvara. Therefore, in our Vedic Dharma, Dharma is not a mandate of Ishvara. Adesha, it is not Vidhana. It is not Adesha of Ishvara. Understand? It is Ishvara. Dharma is Ishvara. If we don't follow Dharma, that means we are going against Ishvara. Therefore, Dharma is very important in our life to avoid the split in our personality, to avoid to have a self-esteem, self-respect in our life, to have a very clear personality. And we don't go against Dharma. So every time I transgress Dharma, I'm going against Ishvara. And therefore, Dharma is also extremely important for us. Without Dharma, there is no Brahma Vidya, understand. Whatever Shastra you study, but if the life is not according to Dharma, there is no Brahma Vidya. Without Dharma Purushartha, there is no Moksha Purushartha. Understand? Last time we saw that whole Samanya Vishesha Dharma is meant for Moksha Purushartha. First is the Dharma Purushartha, then Moksha Purushartha. Without Dharma, there is no Moksha Purushartha. Therefore, in Bhagavad, they say, Dharmasya hi apavargasya. Understand this sentence, very beautiful. Dharma is meant for apavarga. Apavarga is moksha. So following Dharma is important because we need to have this moksha purushartha. And the moksha purushartha is called apavarga. What is apavarga? Understand? See, in Sanskrit, all the letters what we have, varna. Ka, kha, ga, ga, nga, cha, cha, ja, ja, na, pa, pa, ba, bha, ma, ta, tha, da. Look at this. So these 5 groups are there. So instead of telling ka, kha, ga, ga, nga, all 5 together, we make it brief, ka varga. When I say ka varga means all 5 letters. When I say pa varga means all 5 pa. So pa varga means what? Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Apa varga, understand this. What is a pa? Pa is a papa and punya. What is for? Karma phalam. Pa, fa, ba. Ba is a bandhanam. Bha is a bhaya. Ma is a mrityu. Where there is no this 5, understand? There is no papa punya, there is no karma phala, there is no bandhana, there is no bhaya, there is no mrityu. It's called apavarga, which is moksha. See, that's why this liberation doesn't give you the meaning what we meant by moksha, understand? But for the sake of English, we have to use liberation. Moksha doesn't mean liberation, understand? Liberation has another connotation and this moksha is different. But for sake of the language, we use that. Understand? So dharmasya hi apavarga. Understand? Dharma is meant for this apavarga, this moksha. And therefore, dharma is extremely important for our life. Just to be a human being and as a yukta naraha together. For self-respect and for moksha, dharma is extremely important. And we need to follow this dharma purushartha. I request all of you to go through all these 3 sessions again because it's not that easy or it's not that, I say, don't take it lightly. But this is the importance of dharma. Now we have 10-15 minutes, so we can go for the question and answer. Some things are there, but for some reason, I'm not able to read.
Okay. I will read out.
Yeah.
Question.
Do it.
Yes.
Uh,
If you have totally surrendered to Bhagavan or Guru, follow exactly what is done, do you need to use discretion?
Yes. Even Guru Agna also, we have to have a viveka. Understand? The dharma, adharma, viveka has to be there. Because what Guru says, we have to understand. And accordingly, we should follow. So,
But if we are the instrument, then we are just doing what is told, right? If we have
what
given...
is told is one thing, but you have to understand through your buddhi only. By your viveka only, dharma, adharma, viveka only, you have to understand what is being said by Guru.
But you have accepted the Guru only through viveka. So once you have accepted, shouldn't you?
No. I will tell you one example Swamiji used to give us for this, So in the ashram, every evening Guru used to go for the walk. And Shishya also were following him for some discussion, satsang, question like that. So once he took the different path in the jungle. And in that path, the footmark is there always in jungle. There was a huge tree was there. So it was right in the middle of that path. So Guru said, oh, look at this tree is right in the middle of the road. You know. And he just said this. Next day when they went for the walk, the tree was not there. So he asked, what happened to this tree? So one fellow, he said, oh, you said yesterday, no, it is right in the middle of the path, so I cut it. Do you understand what I'm telling?
But that is understanding difference.
That is what I'm telling. That is what I'm telling. Even to understand the sentence of Guru, you need that viveka. Understand surrender doesn't mean that you don't use your buddhi. Bhagavan never said that you don't use. Bhagavan in the second chapter said, Buddha Sharanam Anvicha. May you surrender to your buddhi. Understand? Okay. There is no way we can give up viveka, even if there is a surrender. Understand? Okay. No way.
Dhanyavad.
Yeah.
Okay, and
everybody else knows that it was lie. And when Krishna insisted, Yudhishthira agreed to add a word gaja at the end of the sentence. Yeah.
That's okay. Drona was an acharya, a Brahmin, but wasn't it his duty to fight on behalf of the king he served?
No, he was a Raj Guru. He was not a part of army, understand? No, he was not a part of army. And that's why he doesn't need to fight. But he did that. Brahmana can fight, but he was not a part of army. That's the thing. Therefore, fighting on part of Dronacharya was adharma.
Okay. So how does he justify his action? He fought the battle.
He himself knew that I'm going against Dharma. He knew that. But because Yudhishthira forced him and he surrendered.
Does that become his Dharma if he forces him to fight and he fights?
It is adharma because he has to say no. See, same thing happened to Bhishma Pitama. He was fighting for Kaurava. See, he said, because I have eaten your food and that's why I have to do this. Vidur was clever. He left Hastinapur. He knew this. Bhishma also was wrong. Understand? It's not that Bhishma Pitama was not wrong. He was wrong. He should not have fought that. That's why if you listen, you have to go to the original Mahabharata. Draupadi very clearly told that this is adharma because even the Vastra Haranam, he didn't speak. He should have stopped Duryodhana for Vastra Haranam. He didn't stop Dusasana.
Shalya was also wrong then. Shalya.
Yes.
He should have told, no, I understood it differently. I won't do it different from what I understood. And he could have told, like, I can't fight on behalf of Kauravas.
Yes. But he did that because there is a purpose of that, because then he became the chariot, the Sarthi of Karna, So he managed to do that. He was wrong. No way he can be right. That's why Mahabharata is very important for understanding Dharma and Adharma. And also relativity of Dharma and Adharma, you can understand by Mahabharata only. Study of Mahabharata is very important because there only you can understand what is the relativity of Dharma, Adharma. What is the importance of Dharma. Just now I got very beautiful thing that, see, Bhishma Pitama also, he should have stopped Kaurava. He didn't stop. Even this what we call the Dyuta, what do you call in English? Dyuta, dice. They found out that the dice was made from Shakuni was wrong. That means Pandava never needed to go to the forest because it was cheating by Shakuni. Understand? That time also Bhishma Pitama didn't stop Pandava to go to forest. He should have said that Shakuni was cheating. That means what? He should have stopped Pandava to go to the fire. He should have stopped Duryodhana to become the king. He didn't do that.
Even
That's what
Karna was wrong in some places, right? He
Yes,
could have
not
also
some-
stopped Draupadi's.
Karna knew that I am going with Adharma, but because of his Kshatriya, you know that, because he was told as a Suta Putra, this he couldn't stand because he was Kshatriya. You know? And
But if he had knowledge of the fact that he was Kshatriya, he need not have gone with the Adharma at all.
Yes, that's what I'm telling. If you say Karna, Kunti, Yudhishthir, even Yudhishthir, understand this. All this we have to learn, that those who have transgressed Dharma, what all happened to them, whether it is Yudhishthir or Bhishma Pitama, you know, or Karna or Draupadi, even Draupadi. Understand? That's why I'm telling. You study original Mahabharata, then you know all these things, that why the following Dharma is important in our life. You know.
Okay, please clarify a bit more about the relativity of dharma. Otherwise, people will do what it suits them.
No.
Shastra Pramana has to be highlighted.
Yes. Vedaha akhila dharmasya moolam. See, dharma is not in your action, not in your intention. Dharma is in the vidhana of Veda. What Veda says is dharma, not what you say is dharma. That's why Vedo nityam adhiyatam tadutitam karma swanushthiyatam. Sadhan Panchakam, first sentence is that you have to study Veda and you have to follow Veda for the proper performance of action. That's why dharma is not in the karma, understand? Dharma is in the vidhana of the Veda. And therefore, as I said, if you are confused, then we have to consult the person who is expert in Veda. Brahmanaha sammarshinaha. We have to go to Guru and see what the right and wrong is, if we cannot decide.
Okay, Vishwanath Sharma. Please ask your question. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Are you good in Telugu?
I'm Gujarati.
Okay, right. Then we'll go into the English, right?
Hindi also you can speak if you want. Hindi also.
Swami. Pranam.
Namaste.
Go Brahmani Vishwam both Vasistha Maitramana Kaunya Trash Pranputra. Saka Jain Vishwanath Sarman Sakupramanam Mahagnanin Ahambo Padi. By definition, dharma is a way of life. Am I right?
Yes.
And is it standard at any point of time, or is it changeable?
It changes. It's relative. There cannot be the absolute satya. There cannot be absolute ahimsa. It is relative.
That's fine. Right. It is relative in the sense, it is relative to the time. That is, there is Yuga Dharma, there is Kala Dharma, there is Sangika Dharma, there are Samajika Dharma.
Yes.
That means dharma changes with the individual, the role of the individual in the society. Am I right, madam?
Yes, but then there is a Vishesha Dharma. When you say individual, then when we go for the individual, then we have to see the Vishesha Dharma, Varna Dharma, Kula Dharma, Ashrama Dharma, Grama Dharma, that we have to follow. That the Dharma already is there.
Dharma is there.
Yeah.
What I mean to say is, for the same person, the dharma changes with the role he plays. As a father in the house, my dharma changes.
Yes, you are right.
And I have been living I lived as a professor, I lived as a teacher, I lived as a scientist.
Correct.
As a scientist, my dharma towards the society changes. It is different, am I right?
Yes.
And my dharma as a teacher is totally different.
Yes.
So, is dharma an absolute thing, or an abstract thing, or dharma is something which can be decided by yourself?
No, nobody can decide dharma. That's why I said Vedaha Akhila Dharmasya Moolam.
Right.
Dharma is in Veda, understand? By
Right.
Veda only we have to understand what is dharma and adharma. Person cannot decide. At the same time, as you said, that teacher, father, it's called role playing, understand? It's a role playing. And
That's
every role, there are certain duties already are given. As in the script, you know, when in the drama, the script is already ready. What this person has to say, what this person has to say. Similarly, in our Shastra, for every role, there is a dharma. What is the Pitru Dharma? What is the Matru Dharma? What is a Pati Dharma? What is a Patni Dharma? All these things are very clearly defined. It's called role playing. We have role. That's why in Shankaracharya says Natavat. Natavat means it is like playing the role. Understand? Abhineta. So you follow, the script is given by Veda and you have to follow the script. So every role playing is given clearly. What is a guru? What is a Acharya Dharma? What is a Shishya Dharma? Everything is given in Shastra. And we have to follow.
All relationships are based on your karmas. Past karma. Am I right?
All
relationships, your role that you are playing in a particular situation is dependent upon your karma.
Yes. Prarabdha. Correct.
Prarabdha. Now, is not the prarabdha different for different individuals?
Yes.
Or is it?
It's different. Every human being, even the four people are living under one house.
Yeah.
All four have a different prarabdha, understand?
Correct.
Father prarabdha, mother prarabdha, son prarabdha, daughter prarabdha, all four are different. Though they are living in the same place, they are living for 10 years together, but prarabdha is different.
So, when prarabdha is different and the dharma is associated with the role that is being played, and the role of the script that is given is dependent upon the prarabdha, is dharma an absolute now? No, does it not vary?
No. See, suppose, let's say Pitru Dharma. Now, Pitru Dharma, when you say, it is already the Pitru word is telling it is not absolute, it is a relative. From the standpoint of father, this is the role. From the standpoint of mother, this is the role. So it's then how is going to be absolute? The Pitru word itself is limiting the dharma. It's a relative.
Right. Okay. Now I got it. Okay.
Thank you.
So dharma is a standard scale that is fixed, and you are fitting into that role, and you have to perform that dharma being in that role and execute your dharma with reference to your prarabdha. Am I right?
No. Execution is according to your desire and according to dharma. What situation you have in your life is prarabdha. Who is your son or who is your mother is a prarabdha. But how you behave with your mother or son is your personal. That's why karmani eva tava adhikara. It's not only prarabdha, understand. For the animals, it is prarabdha, only prarabdha. For devata, it is only prarabdha. It's called bhoga yoni. But manushya is a karma adhikari. That means person has to decide what he wants to do and what he doesn't want to do. And that decision is based on dharma. Am I correct?
Okay, then karma naiva adhikarasya. We have the adhikara to do the karma.
Correct.
But we have no adhikara on the phalapeksha.
No, where is it? Bhagavan didn't say that. Phala apeksha word is not there.
Ma phaleshu kadachana.
Ma phaleshu kadachana, there is not apeksha. Without apeksha, nobody can even perform the action. Shankaracharya tells.
Mataji,
Anudeshya mandopina pravartati. Without any expectation, even the manda person won't even perform the action. The apeksha is there, but you don't have adhikara, means what karma phala will come that you cannot decide. It's not within your power.
Does it translate into this as do your karma without expectation? Am I right?
That's why. See, you didn't listen to my first talk. That's why.
I will forward, Swaminiji, I will forward these three to him. And you can have an offline discussion with Swaminiji. I will give her contacts to you. Sharma Garu, is
I'm so sorry, I have bumped in.
Karmani eva tava adhikaraha. What is the karmani? With reference to the action, you have a freedom over action, but not with reference to the karma. That is a Vishaya Saptami. With reference to the result of the action, you don't have a freedom, but with reference to the action, you have a freedom. That is a translation of that.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Sharma Garu. Now, we'll have one more question before you, because time is getting up.
Hello? Hello?
Chapandi.
Yes. Namaskaram, Swamini.
Namaskar.
As Sharma, the other gentleman who has spoken about the Dharma and followed by karma, when entire thing and issues are based on only karma factor, the point of doing any action doesn't arise at all. Though I wanted to be in the line of Dharma in this incarnation, but that is not allowed because of my past incarnation karmic results. How we should relate, Madam Swamini?
See, Bhagavan says swabhavastu pravartate. Understand this swabhava. What is the definition? Shankaracharya gives the definition of swabhava there. That swabhava is that in Purva Janma, whatever actions we did or whatever enjoyments we have done, the impression of these actions and impressions of these enjoyments is there in our mind, which creates our personality. That is called swabhava. And so we follow swabhavastu pravar. Everybody follows one's own swabhava. That means one's own impressions of previous life. But there also we have a freedom over action. That means we can change our swabhava. Because swabhava is because of action. Then by our own decision, by our own firm...
Madam, Swamini, actions of this incarnation might help me, but actions and results of past incarnation doesn't allow me to follow Dharma in this incarnation. Then how it is to be related?
That is what happened to Valmiki. Who was Valmiki? Understand this? See, by action only he became a Maharshi.
Yes, yes.
Only action. That's why action is important. Do you understand now? Even if by previous Janma Swabhava, person is Asura or following a Dharma, by action he can change. But it's not one day job, understand? It's not one day.
Yes.
It takes your
time. Yes, madam. And can God or the cosmic energy doesn't help the individuals to move forward for the moksha of this incarnation because he is thirsty for that salvation.
If moksha is important, then as I said, dharma also is important. Without dharma, there is no moksha. One has to follow dharma purushartha, then only moksha purushartha is possible.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
That's why in Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, Bhagavan has given 20 values. Amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshanti, arjavam. Arjavam is that yukta, understand? All this, that's why Bhagavan said, etad gnanam iti pro. This is knowledge. Why? Because this all 20 values help you to gain knowledge. And Bhagavan said, other than this is agnanam. That means manitvam is agnanam, adharma.
Yes.
Amanitvam is knowledge. Yes. That's why we have to find it. It is not one day job. Understand this. Yes. Swamini used to tell us it is a lifetime job.
Yes, and even in Yoga Vasistam also,
anybody can change one swabhava, but it takes time.
Even in Yoga Vasistam, Rama spells the same texture or thought for Vasishtha. When past incarnation karma is more powerful than the actual real life kriya of this gentleman, there is a dispute between these two. The mitre will be the successful. When the gentleman has performed, as you rightly said, madam, this incarnation, lot of hard work, following the rightful path, then the past karma will vanish. That's what Yoga Vasistam was narrating about it.
Yeah, you're right. That's why this is not our topic. That's why I didn't say anything about that.
Yes.
But that's where devotion comes into the picture.
Excellent, Mataji.
Devotion, that means you have to trust Ishvara.
Yes, excellent.
Until and unless you trust Ishvara, there is no way you can go above adharma. Without Ishvara's anugraha, there is no way person can live the life of dharma.
Excellent.
Swamini,
excellent.
Yes. Swamini,
thank you.
Ishvara is, you are referring to the Rudra, or are you referring to the
Ishvara is Abhinna. Ishvara definition is in Taittiriya Upanishad. It is called Abhinna Nimittu Upadan Karanam Ishvara. This topic will take, okay? We'll take up this topic of Ishvara or devotion again time that as a webinar, because we don't even understand what is Ishvara. We don't even understand what is a devotion. We think that doing aratis or doing some vratam or doing tilakam is bhakti. That's not a bhakti, understand?
Absolutely not.
Parama prema swarupa bhakti. We have to, lot of things has to be clarified in our mind. Then only we can follow dharma. Even without bhakti, there is no dharma.
If I say Prahalada is the best example, Tyagaraja is the best example for bhakti, do you correct me or do you agree?
See, in a way it is there, but there are problems are there. Even Dhruva, See, that's what I'm telling. We have to take up the topic, the devotion, and then we can discuss all these things. I'm ready for discussion, but this is not the time, because I have 6 o'clock. I have to attend some other function.
To discuss with you, madam. We are only here to learn from you.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll take up the discussion of devotion. By 6 o'clock, I have to attend another function.
It will be very kind of you if you spare some session for us with the permission of Mr. Amarendra or whoever is doing this.
We'll do that.
Alpagnanis like me will be rid of
confusion. Nobody is Alpagnani, Appa. Nobody is Alpagnani. Everybody has a knowledge. Don't think like that. Bhagwan has given us enough knowledge. Bhagwan has given. That's why in Arati, that Jaya Jagadishar, I always tell my student, don't say, Me Muraka Balakami. Bhagwan says you are given buddhi, then why I have to say I'm Murkha? I'm not Murkha. Nobody is understand. Nobody is Alpagnani. Everybody is having the knowledge to live our life. Don't say. We are insulting Bhagwan by telling.
Let us go ahead. Time is passing. Let us go ahead, please. Sharma Garu, please.
Oh.
Yeah, if the time permits, I would like to ask one question, please.
No time now.
It's already 5:45. I have to attend one function 6 o'clock. Already I am here 5:45.
We will go. We'll chant Prarthana and Janaganamana and close.
Yeah.
So all your questions can be put in the chat box. We will be taken up later.
Satyaji.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो
ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भया
अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरतां शतं सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवामहे तेजस्विनामधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः स्वस्ति.
Thank you. Now let us recite Janaganamana. I'll request everybody to stand up. Saugandiji.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you, Swamini.
You are most
Thank you,
welcome.
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Welcome.
Thank you, Swamini.
Hari Om Swamini.
Hari Om. Namaste. See you.
Hari Om Namaskaram
Hari
Swami.
Om Mataji.
Namaste.
Dhanyawad.
Oh.
Okay, I think now we'll close.